Here in the I button and the discussion box below, you will get complete playlist of partial differential equation. Welcome to video number 15, and in this video we are going to start a new topic, that is Charpit's method. Okay, Charpit's method to solve any partial differential equation. Okay, so under this topic we are going to solve two problems in video number 15. That is, in this particular video we are going to solve this particular problem, and in the next video, that is in video number 16, we are going to solve a very good question, that is this problem. Okay, so let us start with the first problem. The question says solve p square plus q square into y equals to qz. Okay, the given partial differential equation is this, that is p square plus q square into y equal to qz. Okay, so first we need to write in terms of this, that is function which contains x, y, z, p, q. Okay, so function of, okay, that is x comma y comma z comma p comma q equals to, try to write all the terms in one side only, that is p square plus q square into y. Take this term, okay, to the left hand side, that is minus of qz equals to 0, and let's suppose this is my equation 1. Okay, this is supposed to be my equation 1. Now we need to write the Charpit's auxiliary equation, or you can say Charpit's subsidiary equation. Okay, yes, that is dp upon del f upon del x plus p into del f upon del z. This equals to dq upon del f upon del y plus q into del f upon del z equals to dz upon minus of p del f upon del p minus q into del f upon del q equals to dx upon minus of del f upon del p equals to dy upon minus of del f upon del q. Okay, yes, I know this is very big formula, but if you write this in your rough sheet 4 to 5 times, easily you can remember. Okay, like here we have dx, and here we have minus of del f upon del p. Here we have del y, so here we have minus del f upon del q. Okay, yes, here you can see x, so here it is p. Here we have y, so here we have q. Now if you come to dz, here we have minus p minus q. With minus p we have del f upon del p. With minus q we have minus del f upon del q. Okay, now coming to dp and dq part, or you can say fractions, okay, containing dp and dq. So here we have del f upon del x, okay, with p, del f upon del y with q. Okay, so del f upon del x plus p into del f upon del z, with the dq we have del f upon del y plus q into del f upon del z. By any means you need to remember this Charpit's auxiliary equation. From this only you will be able to solve this problem, that is based on Charpit's method. Now here you can see we have this function, that is p square plus q square into y minus qz equals to 0, and here we need to find, that is del f upon del x, del f upon del y, del f upon del z, del f upon del p, del f upon del q. We need to find all 5 terms. Okay, so let us try to find from equation 1, that is f equals to this. Okay, f equals to, which is a function of x comma y comma z comma p comma q. Okay, this function equals to this, which equals to 0. So from equation 1 we can find del f upon del x, that is here you can see we don't have x, so del f upon del x will become 0. Okay, again partially differentiating this f with respect to y. So here we have y, that is coefficient will be p square plus q square. So del f upon del y will be p square plus q square. Now coming to del f upon del z. Here you can see here we have z. So you will get minus q. Okay, that is del f upon del z equals to minus q. Now coming to del f upon del p. Okay, that is 2p into y. So 2p into y. Now coming to last part, that is del f upon del q. That is also very easy. Here we have q, also we have q here. So this will become 2 times q y, and this will become minus of z. So 2 times q y minus z. So from this function we have already, yes, you have this value, that is del f upon del x, del f upon del y, del f upon del z, del f upon del p, del f upon del q. Now we will come to the Charpit's auxiliary equation. Now simply write Charpit's auxiliary equation, that is dp upon this term is 0, and this is del f upon del z, that is minus q. Okay, minus q. So minus of q into p, that is minus pq. Okay, so again equal to dq upon del f upon del y. What is del f upon del y? That is p square plus q square. So simply write p square plus q square plus q into del f upon del z. What is del f upon del z? That is minus q. So q square with negative sign, that is minus of q square. Here we have positive q square and here we have negative q square. So both term will get cancelled with each other. So dz upon minus of p into del f upon del p. What is del f upon del p? That is 2py. So p square, okay, that is minus of 2p square y. So minus of 2p square y. Okay, now coming to second term, that is minus q del f upon del q. Here we have two terms. Remember this thing, that is minus 2q square y. Okay, now negative negative will become positive, q into z. Okay, now coming to this fraction, that is dz dx, that is dx upon minus of del f upon del p. What del f upon del p? That is 2py. So with this negative sign we have minus of 2py equals to dy upon minus of del f upon del q. We have del f upon del q as 2qy minus z. So since we have negative sign, so on multiplying negative with these two terms, we will get this as positive, this will become negative. So dy upon z minus 2qy. Okay, now yes, what is the basic idea while solving this problem is to get the value of z in terms of x and y. Okay, x, y, z. It means we need to remove p and q. So we'll take first two fractions. Okay, if you take first two fractions, then you will get dp upon minus pq equals to dq upon p square. Okay, here pp gets cancelled. Now apply separation variables. So p will be here, this q will be here with negative sign. So p dp equals to minus of q into dq. Okay, simply that by separation of variables. Now after separation variable, what is my next target is to integrate. Okay, so on integrating, you will get this as p square upon 2 equals to minus of q square upon 2 plus integration constant, that is c1. Okay, now taking this minus of q square to the left hand side, you will get this as p square plus q upon 2 plus q square upon 2 equals to c1. Now taking LCM 2 and take this to the right hand side, you will get this as p square plus q square equals to twice of c1. Now taking this as a new constant, that is c2. So we can say p square plus q square equals to c2. Okay, now let this be equation number 2. But from equation 1 we have this. Okay, that is p square plus q square into y equals to qz equal to 0. So in place of p square plus q square, we can write c2. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2, we can say p square plus q square equals to what? C2. So c2 into y. Okay, c2 into y minus qz equals to 0. Now here we can get the value of q, that is, if you take this qz to the right hand side, this will become c2 into y. Okay, equals to qz. Now get the value of y, that is, sorry, get the value of q, that is c2 into y upon z. Okay, now we have the value of q, that is c2 into y upon z. Now we can put this equation in equation number 2 to get the value of p. Okay. Equation 2 becomes p square plus q square equals to c2. In place of q square, we need to put c2 square y square upon z square. Okay, now take this term to the right hand side, you will get this as p square equals to c2 into c2 minus c2 square y square upon z square. Okay, now take this square to the right hand side, this will become root over of c2. Okay, now taking LCM as z square, you will get this as c2 into z square minus c2 square into y square upon z square. Okay, root over. Now this c2 means, what is c2? That is root over of c2 whole square. Okay, square of root over of c2. So if you take root of c2, here it will become 1. So 1 into z square, that is z square. Here already we have taken c2. So what is left again? c2. Okay, so c2 into y square. Okay, we have also taken this z square out of this square bracket, that is z. So p equals to root of c2 into z into, okay, c2 root of c2 upon z into root of z square minus twice of, okay, c2 y square. Okay, so we have the value of p and we have the value of q. Now since we know that z is a function of x and y, okay, z is a function of x and y, so we can say z depends on x and y. Okay, so dz equals to del z upon del x into dx plus del z upon del y into dy. In place of del z upon del x, we can write small p. In place of del z upon del y, we can write small q. Okay, yes. So we know the value of p, that is root of c2 upon z into root of z square minus c2 y square dx. Okay, this is the value of p. And what is the value of q? That is c2 into y upon z. Okay, into dy. Now you can see here, that is we have z in the denominator part, so we can take that in the LHS, that is z into dz equals to root of c2 into root of z square minus c2 into y square dx plus c2 into y dy. Okay, now taking this term to the LHS side, left hand side, this will become z into dz minus c2 into y into dy equal to root of c2 into root of z square minus c2 into y square into dx. Now here you can see, here we have root of c2. Okay, so let root of c2 equals to c. So on squaring both sides, you will get c2 equals to c square. So in place of root of c2 we'll put c, and in place of c2 will put c square. So this will become z into dz equals to c square into y into dy equal to c into root of z square minus, yes, here we have c square into y2. Okay, that is y square dx. Okay, now take this, that is root of z square minus c2 c square y square to the LHS part. So this will become z dz minus c square into y dy upon z square root of z square minus c square y square equals to c into dx. Okay, now if you see closely this part, that is z dz, in place of this we can write differentiation of z square upon 2. Okay, because on differentiating this part you will get 2z. Okay, in place of um, differentiation of z square with respect to z will become what? Yes, we are differentiating z square, so this will become 2z upon 2. So 2 gets cancelled. What is that? That is z. Okay, so z dz minus, similarly here we have c square. Okay, in place of y dy we can write differentiation of y square upon 2. Okay, since this is a constant, so we can keep this with this. Okay, so again on solving this we'll get this part. Fine, and the rest is same. Root of z square minus c square y square equal to c into dx. Now we can take this 2 common, that is half. Okay, here we have 1 upon 2, here again we have 1 upon 2. So we are taking 1 upon 2 as common. Okay, so 1 upon 2 differentiation of z square minus c square y square. Okay, and here we have root of z square minus c square y square equal to c into dx again. Now yes, here you can see, yes, since we know that differentiation of root over of x with respect to x is what? 1 upon 2 root x. Okay, now taking this dx to the right hand side, you will get d of root over of x. Okay, d of root over of x equals to 1 upon 2 dx upon root x. Now integrating both sides, you will get this as root x. Okay, okay, so this part will become what? Half of integration of dx upon root x will become what? Root x. So in place of this, if you take this as x, that is z square minus c square y square, if you consider this as x, okay, if you consider this as x, so this is root x. Okay, so on integrating means on integrating you will get this as root over of x, that is root of z square minus c square y square equals to, yeah, integration of c dx will become cx plus a new constant, integration constant, that is c3. Okay, so now squaring both the sides, we'll get this as z square minus c square y square equals to cx plus c3 whole square. Okay, now taking this term to the right hand side, you will get this as z square equals to c square y square equals to plus cx plus c3 whole square. And this is what? This is z in terms of x and y. So we can say this is the required solution.